again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming miniature video. In today's video, we're going to do another comparison video. I like doing comparison videos. It basically helps me out to understand the differences between different products and different things. So by breaking them down in the video, it kind of helps me. It's really for me. But I figured if I do it for you, you can learn something from it. I can learn something from it. It's bonus all the way around. All right. Well, I've got 6. This is going to be an odd video. I've got 6 energy drinks on the table. Right? I've got a Rockstar Recovery. Rockstar Recovery. 25 calories. If I can, what I'll do is I will upload or I'll put on the screen or something like that. Maybe towards the end when I do my evaluation of my comparisons, I'll see what I can do about putting the nutritional facts on the screen so everybody can see them. But this is Hydration Energy Boost Rockstar. I've never had this. Ever. Not once. Okay. Also, I want to point something out. All of these flavors, I deliberately shot for having a similar flavor across the board. Because I didn't want like a cherry going up against a lemon, going up against a blueberry, because then that might skew my results. But if I make everything orange, then it kind of eliminates one of the variables. That's what I was trying to do. Now, what I'm planning on doing is, before I show them all to you, what I'm planning on doing is picking one a day, drinking it, tasting it, giving you my initial impressions, then later in the day, a couple hours later, coming back and telling you like how I feel after drinking one of these things. Did it give me any energy? Am I tired? Did it give me the shits? You know, what did it do? Did it do what it says it's supposed to do? And if it does, or if it doesn't, I will let you know. Now, I'm only going to do one a day for my personal health, because some of these say don't drink more than 2 a day. I remember back in the day, Monster used to say don't drink more than 3 a day. If your heart races, lay down and until it stops racing and stuff like that. So I don't want to drink all 6 of these in one day and blow up my heart, right? Okay, so I'm just going to drink 1 a day. So what that means is it's going to take me a week to be able to finish this project, and then I will do my final results at the end. Now, as far as you're concerned, on this video, it doesn't matter because you're going to get all 6 of them in one video. Okay, so let's get started. I've already told you my first one is going to be Rockstar. It claims to be a hydration energy boost. Well, we'll see. My next one is Celsius, which is Live Fit. It's an essential. That's what it says. 0 sugar. 270 on the caffeine. What's that, Rockstar? It doesn't tell you caffeine. Might not have any caffeine. Well, it has calories though. It's got 25 calories. So we'll get into the details when I get into the details. The next one is Dream Pop, which is an orange drink from Prime. Prime, it's called an energy drink. 200 milligrams of caffeine, 0 sugar. The next one is Rain Orange Dreamsicle, 0 sugar, and it doesn't talk about caffeine. Talks about a bunch of other, oh, nope, 300 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, so that's high, right? On caffeine, that is. And then one I've been drinking for a while now, this is Orange Dreamsicle. I'm including it. This is a really delightful energy drink. But it's got 120 calories. So it's got a lot. It's not 0 sugar. It's got a lot of calories. I'm not sure if it says, I don't see anything about caffeine. Vitamins, protein, sodium, sugars. 28 grams of added sugars. Oh, here it is. Caffeine from all sources, 160. That's pretty low on the caffeine scale. Okay, so we'll get into that. And then this final one, it's a smaller can. Those are all 16 ounces. This is 12 ounces. The height is the same. It's just super narrow. And it's very like clean can, right? It says naked. 15 calories. There's a lot I have to say. Oh, caffeine, 200 milligrams. Okay, so I have something funny to say about this. I think it's mislabeled, not like a mistake in the printing, but I think whoever made the label made a mistake because it talks about only 6 ingredients and then it lists like 9 ingredients. Let's get this ball rolling. Like I said, the first one we're going to try today is Rockstar Energy. We're going to try all of them on this video, but I might be dressed differently. Hopefully not, right? I'm going to try to stay the same, but the video might be in a different place. I'm opening up this Rockstar Energy. See that? But here we go, right here, Rockstar Energy. Okay, the can opened fairly easily. That's good. Some of these cans don't like to open very easily. It says Orange Aid, so maybe it's like a Gatorade. I mean, it is talking about recovery and hydration, energy boost. Take a look at the smell. It smells like orange juice. It smells like orange juice. That's kind of cool. I mean, hopefully it's got a good flavor. Here we go. Not really very, okay. On my picometer, this thing is up there at the top. If I was to give it a scale of 1 to 10, I think flavor-wise, actually it's really good. I'm going to probably give it an 8 on flavor. It tastes a little bit like Tang. If you've ever had Tang, orange drink, not orange juice. I think I could drink this entire can in like 5 minutes, which if it's supposed to be a recovery rehydration drink, I think it's doing really good. Really good. I'm going to compare it to something. Okay, this is Gatorade. Gatorade has 140 grams, or I'm sorry, 140 calories. This thing is only 25 calories, right? Only 25 calories is pretty good. 0 protein. It's got quite a bit of sodium, 11%, 240 milligrams of sodium, which I think that if you're trying to, like if you've been sweating, working out and you're trying to replenish your hydration, I think sodium is a good thing. Um, it has vitamin B6, B12. It even has 2% potassium, 110 milligrams. Niacin, which I don't really know what that does, and pantothenic acid, 5 milligrams. And it's got a ton of ingredients. Caffeine, 180, 160, 180. It's hard to read that. I guess that's 160 per 16 milligrams. Well, per can. Okay, hold on. I got a note here. At least 160 milligrams of caffeine provides feelings of increased alertness and reduced tiredness for up to 5 hours. That's a little anecdote it's got right there. And if this has got 160 milligrams of caffeine, that's pretty good. And they define this as 1 pint. Okay, that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, paint some figures. I'll come back in a couple of hours. For you, it'll be just a few seconds. And I'll tell you, like, if it did make me alert, or if it did, it did help me out. I think it's more of it tastes really good. It's not carbonated. Doesn't feel like it's carbonated. It tastes a lot like Tang. If you know anything about Tang, powdered drink for the astronauts, that's what it tastes like. I really like it. All right, I got more of these to drink tomorrow, the next day, or whatever, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I had drank that can, and now it was only 1 can. I didn't drink like 2 or 3 of them, but it's a couple hours later. I've done a lot of work around the house, and I didn't feel like I wasn't anxious, or my heart didn't start racing, or I didn't feel like I was on hyperdrive, right? But I did feel like I was good. I'm good. Like it advertised. My mind is clear. I had energy to do some work around the my miniature table over there, and getting some boxes cut up and broken down and stuff like that. So I had actually done quite a bit of little work, and I think it was the flavoring was good, and but now what I need to do is tomorrow try another one of these, and we'll do it again, like I said, for the next week. And at the end of the week, I'll compare all of them to tell you, to rank them, like how good or bad they are. But this one I'm going to rank highly, I think. Not really as an energy drink. Maybe not as an energy drink, but just as a rehydration. Just as a kind of like what I would, because I wouldn't consider like a Gatorade to be an energy drink. Some people might consider that to be an energy drink. I think it's just more like rehydration, refueling kind of thing. All right, so I don't know which one I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'll see you in just a moment. All right, we're back with another day, another dollar. All right, we're going to go with our next energy drink. The one I'm looking at right now is Celsius, right? It's Essentials, Orange Sickle, natural flavors with other natural flavors. Okay. It says Energy Plus, Essential Performance, zero sugar. Sparkling orange sickle contains 0% juice. And again, I'm going to put this, I'm going to try to, at the end of the video, put the nutrition facts. It says 10 calories. What else is kind of important? Well, I've got over 100% on, okay, 70% vitamin C. That's okay. But then you got riboflavin, 130, niacin, 130, vitamin B6, 120, B12, 250, biotin, 1000%. Okay, this has pantothenic acid and chromium, but pantothenic acid 200%. Hang on. This Rockstar had that too, didn't it? Yeah, pantothenic acid 100%. But this one has pantothenic acid as well, 200%. I don't know what that is. Might have to put that up on the screen at some point. Ingredients, it looks like it has about 2 dozen ingredients. And caffeine is 270 milligrams. That's a lot of caffeine. Please recycle. Okay, it's got some, accelerates metabolism, physical and cognitive performance, no artificial colors, 7 essential vitamins, and it says proven in 6 published university studies. Okay, they're trying to push something on us. Celsius proprietary Beta Plus formula, including green tea, ginger, and guarana seed. Turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body metabolic rate. Interesting. Why would you want an energy drink that boosts your metabolic rate? I guess it's kind of like caffeine. It energizes you, gets you going, gets your body moving, and that burns a bunch of stuff. Okay. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities helps energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat, and calories. Okay, so it's saying it helps you burn calories. I've got a little tool here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. For bottle openers, peep. And I'm not exactly sure what this is. But then on this end, it's got a bottle cap opener where you slide it in. That's what she said. No, you slide it in like that, right? And then you pop it. There you go. For those of you that need that little extra leverage. Okay, it's got a picture on here. Okay, it shows this little thing I was confused about. Hooking on the back of a pop top and cranking it back. I don't know if that would work. I don't know how that would work. And also there's like, you can use both ends to kind of crank this in like this. Also, it has like a rubber circle there. So if you ever had I don't know, if you've had a soda or something like that, I just grabbed a paint bottle. I got the camera right here in my way. But if you ever had like a soda bottle or something that had a very small top, you take this and you put it on there and it grips it so that you can unscrew it. That's cool. This little tool has come in really handy. Sorry, that's not what this video is about. Okay, Celsius. We popped it. It's supposed to be orange sickle, low calorie. It only has 10 calories. But it's supposed to boost your metabolism and energy and cognitive. So let's see what it tastes like. It kind of smells, I don't know, it smells like a, not orange juice, kind of like orange soda. It smells a little bit like orange soda. It kind of tastes like orange soda if it didn't have any flavor. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It doesn't just go slap me. It doesn't give me a, oh, okay, maybe I got to hold off. Maybe I'm getting a little bit of an aftertaste. But it's a good aftertaste. Yeah, it's got like a little bit of a, I'm making ridiculous noises on camera, but okay, something, I need a napkin to wipe my mouth. Yeah, it felt like there was a little bit of a residue left on my tongue and the inside of my mouth. Like as I was drinking it, something was left behind. It's gone away by now already, but I could just feel it. Also, I've noticed this can is very thin. There's like, I'm not sure what the terminology is, but the gauge on that aluminum seems to be very high, because remember, a high gauge is small, so it's very thin. Okay, I'm going to compare it a little bit to this Rockstar. Yeah, this Rockstar is a little bit thicker than that. This seems like the aluminum is extremely thin. I mean, save aluminum, right? I recycle all my aluminum anyway. It looks like you get a bunch of states have a recycle amount. I don't know. Okay, but the flavor's got a little bit of weirdness to it. It's not bad. It's just different. It does have a little bit of an orange and a little bit of a soda flavor, but like not a sugar-free soda. You know how sugar-free sodas taste like saccharin or some other kind of artificial sweeteners? This doesn't have that flavor. It just tastes a little bit like orange with no sugar. I don't know. It's got a weird. I'm going to give you my ranking at the end once I get them all drank. Okay, well, this is the first half of this video. I'm going to do a little bit of work around the house. I'm going to maybe paint some miniatures, maybe record a video or something. I'm going to spend a couple of hours, and then I'm going to come back and I'll give you my final thoughts on this flavor before we go into tomorrow, or maybe Monday. So I'll give you another can. I'm trying to do only one flavor. I'm only testing one flavor a day so that I don't drink too many of these. Now, there's nowhere on this can does it say only drink one. Oh, it says it's kosher as well. Um, it doesn't say only drink 2. Okay, hold on. There is some fine print. Oh, it does say. Okay, I can't read it with these glasses. Let me go with my super magnifying Coke bottle glasses. And it says, do not exceed one. Do not exceed 1 serving per day. Not recommended for people who are caffeine sensitive, children under 18, or pregnant women. And then it has this other thing. It says Celsius. I assume that's maintain because the ink on this can is kind of like blurry. Celsius helps maintain the body's regular metabolic function. That's cool. Sounds medical. Celsius alone does not produce weight loss in the absence of a healthy diet and moderate exercise. So don't drink this thinking it's going to cause weight loss. You still have to eat less and exercise. Okay. Caffeine helps maintain the body's regular cognitive function. So, and it actually says, so, whether you walk the dog or work out at the gym, make Celsius part of your daily regime. That's pretty cool. They recommend 1 of these per day as long as you work out. And it tastes pretty good too. I mean, I would just, okay, I don't want to give my recommendations until later. I've read 2 or 3 different cans that said caffeine is good for your cognitive function. All right. So give me a couple hours. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I just finished this Celsius Live Fit, and I thought it was okay. I'm not going to give the overall like comparison of all the different drinks until the end, until I've had them all. But I think this one was just okay. It does leave a little bit of an aftertaste. It's not bad. It's just not. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a score. It's probably gonna be somewhere in the middle. It's not gonna be a really high score, but then again, it's not gonna be an extremely low score. With the only allowed or recommended to drink just 1 a day, that's not me. What I tend to do is drink 1 early, to get me going for the day, and then around dinner, I'll drink another one to kind of keep me going till bedtime, you know. Um, and if yeah, maybe it's because its caffeine level is like really high, and its biotin is 1,000%. Vitamin B12 is 250%. Those are pretty high. All right, guys. Give me a second and a day or two, and then we will try a third, or we will try another one. And once I get all of them drank, then what I'll do is I'll put an overall comparison of each of the total brands. So I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right, guys, we are back. I am going to try another energy drink. Today, what we're going to be trying is the Rain. Let me get this mic out of the way. It's Orange Dreamsicle as well. I'm sticking with the theme here. There's a lot of information on this can, which I appreciate. First thing it says is 10 calories, right? Now I'm going to see what I can do about posting all the nutrition facts at the end of the video when I do a contrast and comparison. Along the top, it does a lot very similar to what Monster does. And it says it's got BCAA aminos, I guess amino acids, electrolytes, and it's got coenzyme Q10. I don't know what that is, but it's got 10% sodium, and that's all it's got. 1% carbohydrate. So, and it does have some secondary. It got zero protein, of course. It's got some secondary information where it's got potassium 2%, niacin B3 at 130%, B12 250, and B6 120. But this is the portion of the can that I really wanted to kind of read here. It says 300. You heard me right. 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot. It says reduced fatigue, increased concentration, vitamins B3, 6, and 12, branched chain amino acids. Okay, I guess that's what the BCAA stands for. It's branched chain amino acids. And it has electrolytes. Na, K, and Mg. Okay, Na, isn't that like it's not sodium. What is Na? I don't know. Whatever. Zero sugar, zero artificial colors, flavors, and zero fat. And it says recommended for 18 years and above. Consume responsibly. Contains 300 milligrams of caffeine from all sources. The FDA has stated that consuming of up to 400 of caffeine per day from all sources is not associated with adverse health effects in healthy adults. Okay, so it's starting to get a little. I'm not a doctor, so you know. Okay, 16 fluid ounces. They have a website. They have a Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Okay, well, let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Let's taste it. Contains zero fruit juice. It's a nice solid can. It's textured on the outside. The all the printing is has like a rough texture to it, so it makes gripping it a lot easier. No aftertaste. It doesn't taste super sweet, but it doesn't taste very watery either. It's not like Gatorade. It tastes like an energy drink, but it's got a very pleasant taste to it. In my opinion, I might be biased. Okay, it gave me a burp, so it must have carbonation in it. Nowhere on this can does it say shake well because it would have went everywhere. Um, okay. I'm pleasantly surprised. It doesn't taste sweet, but it doesn't have an aftertaste either. And it's not bad. It's not bad. Um, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, something like that. Well, that's only for flavor. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pause the video just for a moment, drink the rest of this can throughout the next couple hours, and then I'll come back and I'll give you my after the can reaction. All right, be right back. All right, it's been a couple hours. I packed up some packages. I shipped out some stuff that needed to go out today. And I was feeling a little run down, to be honest. I didn't really feel like doing anything after I packed up that stuff. I sat here and I watched a video, watched a reaction for Superman or what have you, and I was drinking the rain, right? Knowing that, after a couple hours, I wanted to give you my feelings. And after I drank about half of this thing, my energy started to really pick up, and I started to I closed down YouTube and I said, okay, I don't need to watch that video. What I need to do is make a video. And I actually broke out my camera. I downloaded the new patch for a game. I was playing Star Citizen. I've had a desire to make a flight school video. And I've had this desire for the last couple of months actually, and I keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. And then I felt energized, like I need to go ahead and do that. So that's what I did. I took some notes. Looks like I'm going to be doing about 5 different videos on different chapters of my flight school. And the first chapter was equipment and components. And I got in there and I started talking about all the components and the ship, and basically I recorded the entire video and had a couple of cuts that I need to delete. I haven't edited it, of course, yet. But my point is, long story short, I think this energy drink really got me going. It is 300 milligrams of caffeine, which is quite a bit. Zero sugar. Total body fuel. I'm gonna say this rain, it's a good energy drink. I think when it comes to energy, taste it's good. It's not great, but it's good. It's a good energy drink, and I haven't even finished it. I'm down to about like this, and I had to get back, and I've been sipping on it. I haven't really guzzled it, and but it's kept me going. So I'm gonna give it positive marks. All right. Well, like I said, I don't want to drink too many energy drinks every day. So what I'm gonna do now is wait for the next day and do another energy drink. All right. I'll see you when I come back. All right, welcome back. Now, in this next energy drink, I saw this and I thought I'd give it a try. It's called Naked. It's got a little saying here. It says, energy with nothing to hide. Okay, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, but it's a smaller can. This is 12 ounces. It's tall like most energy drinks, but it's very thin around around the waist. 15 calories, uh, one serving per container, zero juice, says it's orange, um, 200 milligrams of caffeine. What's funny is, and I don't know, but this is funny. It says only 6 ingredients. Okay, now let me list off the ingredients and we'll count them on our fingers. Filtered carbonated water, organic lemon juice, organic unroasted coffee beans, plant-based natural flavors, whatever that means, citric acid, fermented cane sugar, monk fruit extract. Okay, that's 7, but I'm not sure if maybe they're saying that the plant-based flavors are citric acid, cane sugar, monk fruit extract. So it's not really an ingredient, it's an ingredient category. Do not exceed 2 servings per day. Not recommended for children or pregnant women. Zero sugar, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO. Sparkling energy. Okay, does that mean it's carbonated? Okay, well, let's crank this thing open and let's get a flavor test first. Yep, got a little carbonation. It's bubbling. But then again, the very first ingredient was filtered carbonated water. So, all right, here we go. I'm not sure. I don't think I like this. It tastes kind of like seltzer water. Okay, a little bit like Sprite or 7-Up, or maybe even a little bit of peppermint. It's hard to kind of explain the flavor that I'm tasting. But I love how one of the ingredients is fermented cane sugar. And then in bold prints, it says 0 sugar. Something's not right. Because it does also have monk fruit, which is a sugar substitute. The monk fruit's pretty good. It's good for people that have diabetes and things. Okay, it's not good. Flavor-wise. Not horrible, but it's not good. It gets a little bit of a filmy aftertaste on my lips and gums. Well, I'm going to be filming a video today, and I'll be sipping this along the way. And at the end of the video, I'll come back to this video and I'll tell you what my final thoughts on this is. But just initially, I'm giving it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the after the can review. Finished it up, and I'm going to let you know that this is the following day. This is going to maybe influence my opinion of this. I drank it. I recorded a video. At the end of that video, while I had finished this can during the video, while at the end of the video, I got extremely tired because it was about my bedtime anyway, but I had gotten extremely tired. This provided me no energy, and I went to bed before I had a chance to film the after the can. Because normally what I'll do is I'll get the initial taste and flavor, and then I'll film something afterwards to tell you how it affected me after a couple of hours. And it didn't. The effect was negligible, or I don't know, because I had fallen asleep. So this is the next day, and that's my video for that. All right, we're on another day. We have another orange. This is called Dream Pop, but it's a Prime energy drink. This has 15 calories, and let's try to find the caffeine. It's got to be on here somewhere, I would think. 0% juice, a bunch of ingredients, contains 200 milligrams of caffeine. This is actually from Louisville, Kentucky, and ages 18 or above. Zero sugar, zero protein. It's got potassium, vitamin B, vitamin B6, B12, magnesium, and calcium. So it's got quite a bit of strange things. 200 milligrams of caffeine, zero sugar, 355 milligrams or more of electrolytes, and it's vegan. Okay, let's give this a flavor test. Opened up pretty easily. Here we go. Three large swigs. Okay. It's got kind of a, definitely has an orange taste to it, as advertised. It's not a bad flavor. It's not a bad taste. I mean, I could drink this all day, actually. Yeah, it's not a bad flavor at all. It's not a soda. It's not good. Like, it's not like something to write home about. But it's a good flavor. I mean, I could get behind this. Um, yeah. 15 calories, that's not bad. 200 milligrams of caffeine should be enough to really get your juices flowing. Okay, well, I have another video that I'm going to record today, and I'll be drinking this in the meantime. And then when I'm done with that video, I will come back and let you know my initial impressions of Prime. All right, so I finished the Prime, and I did a recording on my video, and I'm going to have to say that it tasted okay. It went down well. No aftertaste. And it kept me hydrated, so I'm okay with that. But energy-wise, I'm going to have to give it a 50-50. I feel like it didn't like boost my energy or anything like that. It just, it just kept me even. I don't know. So that might be considered a good thing. I don't know how you would view that. But at the end of I got another one I have to do. Once I finish that one, it's a monster. Once I finish that monster, then I'll compile in a final video, a final chapter, all of them together, giving you like a comparison. I would put this on the higher end, only because it hydrated me, it tasted just perfectly fine, and It wasn't a let down. But then again, it wasn't a boost up. But I would still probably put this 6, 7 out of 10 maybe. Okay. And plus, it's got a good price, so that's always a good thing. All right, well, we're on to the monster then. All right, and the last one that I want to work on is the famous monster. Right now, um, monster is like the most well known, probably. And this is orange dreamsicle. This has been. This is not the first time I've opened this and drank this. This is or was my go-to energy drink for a long time, mainly because of the flavor, and it doesn't give me any kind of crazy buzz or anything like that. It's just a nice, good pick me up. Um, I did want to point out that there are some crazy high numbers on the back of this. I'm going to go over those real quick before I open it up and take a sip. Um, First of all, it doesn't have a whole lot of caffeine. This has got 160 milligrams of caffeine. That's a little bit low when you're talking about an energy drink, but it does have 120 calories. This does not claim to be sugar free. This one is um, has sugar in it, but let's take a look. Sugars, 28 grams of added sugars for a total of 32 grams of carbohydrates. Yeah, the sugars are 57% of your sugar intake for the day. So they're saying that two of these cans, you get 100% of your sugar. So be careful about that. Zero protein. But now the next level, the riboflavin, the niacin, the vitamin B, and the vitamin B12. These are very common ingredients in energy drinks. Riboflavin is 250% of your daily intake. Niacin is also 250%. Um, I guess those are vitamin B2, vitamin B3. Now, vitamin B6, 240%. And lastly, vitamin B12 is 490% of your daily intake. Those are high numbers. Um, Again, it's not for pregnant ladies, it's not for children. Uh, Unleash the Beast. Um, it has something called carotene, and it also has something called taurine. Um, a friend of mine said that taurine is bull urine. Well, I don't know if that's really true or not. But let's open this up and I'm going to taste it, even though I've already drank this 100 times. I'm going to kind of give you my initial impression based on the other ones that I've been drinking. So this is more of an analytic style or um, tasting. I'm not just going to town. It's got a little bit of a carbonation, not a whole lot, but it does have a little bit. After having tasted a bunch of these other flavors, um, this one does not stand out above the rest. It stands with the rest, maybe a little bit above. But I don't know if I want to sacrifice 120 um, calories when I could be drinking something similar for 10 to 15 calories. Yep, it does have a pretty good flavor to it. It does have carbonation, as you can tell. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to work on my Pendragon campaign. I'm going to do some other things while I'm drinking that monster. And when I finish it, I'll come back, give the initial end of the can review. And then what I'm going to do is later this evening, put all my thoughts together and do a outro that compares all of the energy drinks side by side, and I can give you a score for each of those. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we've come to the final conclusion on these 6 energy drinks. We tried Monster, Prime, this is Dream Pop, this is Orange Dreamsicle, Celsius Essential Orange Sickle, Naked Orange, Rain Orange Dreamsicle, and Rockstar Recovery Orange Aid. I tried to keep the flavor as close as possible. Orange. All right, now I want to give you a comparison of these, and I have only 4 categories that I'm measuring. I'm measuring how much energy it gave me. I'm also measuring the taste, which is super important to me. If it gave me any jitters, like it caused me any kind of heart palpitations, or if my hand started to jitter or anything like that. And then I finally cost, because I know that's important, especially if it's outrageous. In general, a lot of these cost very similar, except for the Naked. I don't know why I jumped straight to cost, but let's start with the cost. A case of 12. Okay, first of all, these all come in 12s except for the Monster, which came as a 15. So all I did was I divided it by can. So the cost I have is by can. Now, this is 12 ounces, where these are 16 ounces. So even though it's by can, it's only by about 3/4, right? 12 out of 16, what have you. Okay. So this is $2.50 per can, and it's only 12 ounces. This is the worst cost out of all of them. The Monster and the Rain are $2 a can. Very reasonable. $2 a can, in my opinion, is very reasonable. These 3, Celsius, Prime, and Rockstar, were all approximately $1.70 per can. So that puts these guys in the running for the best because of cost. Naked is the worst. And Rain and Monster were average. Okay, let's talk about let's put these in a flavor palette. Like which ones tasted good, which ones felt smooth, or just something I wouldn't mind drinking on a regular basis. So taste wise, I put Naked as the worst. this had the worst flavor, in my opinion. So I'm going to label this as number one, as in, I'm going to give it a score of 1, which is the worst. The next one, I gave Celsius a 3, which I'm only measuring this on 1 to 5. So that's an okay. It's not bad, it's not good. It's just okay. That's Celsius. Then the next ones are Rain and Prime. Rain and Prime, I gave a pretty high score. These guys are 4s. So these actually have a fairly good flavor. Much better than the Naked. But the Monster Dreamsicle and the Rockstar Recovery, I gave a 5. Rockstar Recovery, because it was very smooth, watery, it's great hydration, it goes down smooth. I can almost drink a whole can in one gulp. It's just that smooth. The Monster tastes really good because I think it has a lot more sugar in it, but it's still part of the measurement. It still tasted good. So I'd probably give Rockstar the best because of only 25 calories. 15 and 10 calories. 10 calories. And this is back up to 15 calories, but it just really wasn't that good. 120 calories. Yikes. But that's why it's in the top. Okay, jitters. The ones that caused my heart to kind of beat rapidly. None of them really gave me any jitters. I was very pleased to say that none of these are out of control. But if I was to have to say the worst ones would be the Monster, and I would only give it a 3. I wouldn't give it a 1 or a 2. I didn't give anything a 1 or a 2. So the Monster has a 3, and the Naked has a 3. As being the worst when it comes to jitters. And Rain. Okay, hold on. Naked, Rain, and Monster. I gave me an average. It wasn't out of control, but I could tell that there was something there. And then Celsius and Prime, I gave a 4. Celsius and Prime, very little, almost no jitter at all from Celsius and Prime. And then absolutely no jitters from the Rockstar. This was it's just delicious. And then finally, probably the most important stat is which ones actually provided me with energy, kept me, uplifted me, kept me moving. And I have these various measurements. None of these gave me a 1. That would have been probably just a tall drink of water. But Naked gave me a 2. I didn't feel energized after drinking the Naked. Now, even though Rockstar tastes good and it hydrates you, I don't think it really provided much energy. I gave it a 3. It did give me some energy. It gave me an energy boost, but it wouldn't have been sustaining. Same with Celsius. Both of these are like, this is called essentials and this is called hydration. This is, I don't know. These just didn't provide the energy I was looking for. But it's not. But it's mid range. I'd say a 3 out of 5. The monster and the prime gave me 4 in the energy. They gave me quite a bit of energy. This might have just been from sugar, but it did juice me up. I felt when I drank these, I felt like I could go another round. But finally, the rain, the rain gave me the most energy. This it says it's total body fuel. I totally believe that. The rain reigned supreme when it came to energy. So if we put them in kind of a ranking, that's it. Naked, Rockstar Celsius, Prime Monster, Rain, when it came to energy. So if I was to give these all a total value ranking, not counting money, just the energy, taste, and jitters. Okay, I went and did some math. I've got my total values on these, on which ones I think are the best and which ones I think are the worst, based on my numbers totaling. Okay, we're going to go with Naked earned 6 points. And if you count the cost, we'll just leave that at 6 points. The next one up is Celsius. Celsius made 10 points. So Celsius has 10 points. Now I've got a couple of them in the 12 range. We have Monster, Rain, and Prime. All have 12 points. And then finally, Rockstar beats them out by 1 point. It's 13 points. Now, if I was to take the Monster, Rain, Prime, Rockstar, it has a good price as well. It's $170. Okay, so Monster and Rain were the $2 per can, where Prime was $170. So it would be on the high end of the 12 pointers. These two are the same. Worst, second worst. These all have 12 points. I would say that these provide an equal value. This one is actually, these two are more expensive than this one. And this one has the best overall score. The downside is I think Rain actually has the best energy out of all of these. So I think Rain is my favorite, even though it has 12 points. But this Rockstar is really good just to drink on a day-to-day basis, but I wouldn't go for it necessarily as an energy drink. I would go for these 3 as energy drinks. I'm not going to order these again. I'm probably going to ease off on ordering Monsters, mainly because of the 120 calories. I think I'm going to stay with Rain as my primary, and then Prime and Rockstar is kind of like pitch hitters, switch hitters, because 10 calorie Rain is pretty good. 15 calories, 25 calories. So the Rain probably reigns supreme. And let me know if you've tried these. Let me know if you've tried these flavors, or if there's another brand out there you want me to try, and put a comparison up for that one as well. Now, the reason why I did this was because I drink a lot of energy drinks, and I've been kind of realizing through my average everyday activity that some are better than others. And I wanted to do this for myself. I wanted to put a comparison out to help me understand which one I wanted to continue to purchase. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.